Mind Gap Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mind Gap Podcast. I'm Doug.
I'm Justin. And Doug, I'm assuming you have a scenario for me.
Oh, buddy, do I?
Let me hear this. Let me hear it this week. If it doesn't involve
Justin.
someone fucking someone's parent, I'm gonna be upset.
Okay, well, we'll put a pin in that. So you are back in your later college years. You're sharing an apartment with a couple other dudes. And during your stint with them, you notice that people had started, poaching other people's food. It happens, right? You share spaces.
Yeah.
People just start eating other people's stuff. It starts to come to a head, and then finally, as a house rule, you say, all right, guys, here's the deal. Label your shit. No one eats anyone else's stuff. Agreed? And everyone goes, agreed. All right?
Huzzah.
Huzzah. All right. So about maybe a month after this decree, this edict that you all have agreed upon, you're in the kitchen and you got some toast and you're like, oh man, I really want to get some peanut butter on this. And you look and you're like, your roommate Caleb has a thing of peanut butter. You're like, I mean, I just need a little bit of peanut butter. It's not that big
Just
of
a
a deal,
tablespoon.
right?
I mean,
It's a
not
condiment,
that, yeah.
right? Like, if you're like saying, can I borrow some ketchup? It's like, whatever. It's no big deal. So you just get you open it up, you get some, you put the peanut butter on your toast, put it back on, you start eating it. Caleb comes in. He's like, what's up, dude? You're like, hey, how's it going? And you're like, oh, by the way, hey, I used some of your peanut butter. Sorry, man. I just wanted to make some peanut butter toast. And he looks at you and he's just like, his mouth drops open. He's like, you did what? You're like, I had some of the peanut butter for my peanut butter toast. He's like, dude, I put my dick in that. What do you do?
So I wasn't ready for it. I feel like I was like, I'm listening to the story, and I don't think I was present when you said I put my dick in it, because I was like, wait, what? I didn't hear that right.
And you realized, thinking back, there was a strange hole.
Okay, so I noticed the hole. Okay.
Yeah. Not a deep one, but you're like, that's kind of weird. You know? Well,
poor Caleb.
You know.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess I have, okay. So I'd have a few questions for dear Caleb.
Okay, fire away. I'm Caleb. What are your questions?
Why is
what?
number one? Why are you fucking the peanut butter, man?
Oh, no. Don't assume that. I'm not fucking it. I put my dick in there to get peanut butter on it, and then my girlfriend licks it off.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
It's like a sex thing, but I'm not having sex with the peanut
sure.
butter.
It's not like
That's crazy.
It's not like yeah. It's not like a Jiffy Fleshlight or something.
No. That's
Okay.
crazy.
Got it. No, yeah, that'd be wild. That'd be absolutely insane to do that.
Yeah.
What you're doing makes way more sense. So, is it? Why is it in the cabinet? Why is it not in your bedroom? Like, if we're gonna keep dick jars
you know
around-
well that we have mice around this house, and if I keep peanut butter around in my room, then I'm gonna get mice in my room. So I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense to put it back there. I labeled it. It's mine. I thought we had an agreement that we weren't touching other people's stuff.
No. For sure. Yeah. I look, and I'm going to adhere to that very, very strictly moving forward, and I do apologize. So back to, how it's being used. So is it, not to pry, but, we had, locker room talk and such. Does it all get, consumed, or does some of it sit in your sheets because, mice?
No, I mean,
might you be the reason that we have the mice?
Oh no, not at all. It gets licked clean, my friend.
All right. Well, kudos to you. I'm going to go throw up, and I'll be looking for a new roommate. I'll be looking to move out. Thank you.
All right, cool. All right, bud.
That is insane.
So that's a story from Reddit.
Wild. That is wild. I mean, so wait,
like,
was the
guy's
was
like,
the
am I the
detail-
asshole? Because, I mean, listen, the agreed upon rule was that you're not going to eat other people's stuff. It was clearly labeled. It was his,
Look, that is, I'll say this. It's impossible for me to argue that because that was the agreed upon rule and that it had his name on it. So, look, it really is on the roommate that was his fuck up. If he's eating dick peanut butter, that's his fuck up. That's so great. I guess why would you? I have so many questions. Like, okay, so the details that you gave me, was that what was in the article? Like, he's not fucking it. He
that
is
wasn't
doing
made
it.
Up. He's literally like, he's rock hard. He dips his wiener in there, and then he's like, ta-da. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like I asked Jill the same thing, and she's like, on that specific thing, she's like, I don't want a mouth of peanut butter while I'm doing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just too much. Like a spoonful of that, and you're just like, like it's so.
That's
much
what I'm saying. Well, but like that's my big question is like, why do you stick your dick in it? Why don't you just like use?
What do you think? You're just gonna have spoons laying around, Justin?
Yes. Like, that's why. Where are all of our spoons? They're in Colin's room.
Here, guys, I got bad news. Don't use those spoons.
Don't eat my peanut butter. Also, we need all new spoons.
And the other roommate comes out and he's like, hey, man, I got my dildo in the dishwasher. 1 sec here. Let me get this out here.
And the other one's just like, I'm bi. You'll see.
Yeah, you'll see. You pansexual?
That's right.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah. Also, my girlfriend fucked your dad. They're all connected.
Yeah, it's all connected, baby. It's all the same universe.
It's the worst. Like, there's a world where this is a streaming. This is a show. This is like Love Island or something, but like it's just a horrible reality show. This is the
F list of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Reddit Cinematic Universe.
They're all connected. This is the new Andy Bravo show. My horrible roommate is what it's called.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
My God, what would you do in that situation?
Listen.
Would you would you have eaten it first? Like, would you have borrowed the peanut butter without asking?
It depends, like, because it's one of those things where, like, I understand why because it'd be one thing if you're like, I'm going to eat this person's like leftover spaghetti, or I'm
this box of oatmeal cream pies,
right? Or I mean, because I think once you get, because I consider peanut butter kind of a condiment, right? Like if you're gonna use someone's mustard or ketchup or something along those lines, it's like fine, I guess to some extent you're like, well, I mean, if it's like someone's sriracha or whatever, I think you do need to ask first, because that is the rule agreed upon, like
if he's in if this dude just came out of the bedroom and was like, hey, why you eat my dick butter? Like, I feel like he knew he was in the house. Like, just go ask him. Like, there's no reason that you couldn't have. And then, man, you would have saved yourself a mouthful of creaminess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of questions there. I think at the end of the day, like, because some people were like, "Hey, man, like, you put your dick in that should not go back in the pantry. Like that should be."
That's where I sit. Yeah, exactly. Right. Also, if it's got a lid on it, it's sitting on your shelf or your dresser or whatever. You don't have to worry about mice. Come on.
No. I agree.
But it's no different than being in the cabinet.
Shoving carrots up their ass and then wash them off and put them back in the fridge for other people to eat. It's like, you don't do that, like,
hey, those carrots that are in the crisper drawer, those are mine. Don't touch those.
Yeah, don't touch them. They're staying crisp for a reason.
Yeah. Oh, did you just pull these out of the ground? Not really.
They pulled them out of somewhere. Pulled them out of a hole. That's for sure.
They were buried.
So I mean, I don't know. It comes back to like, what was the agreed upon rule? Everyone agreed we're not going to eat other people's food. So therefore, you violated that at your own risk.
Exactly.
Is someone an asshole for injecting their cheese sticks with ghost peppers if someone's stealing their food at work? I mean,
no. I would say no.
I don't know. I don't think so. You're taking something that doesn't belong to you, and you kind of have to deal with consequences. I wouldn't expect that there'd be someone's dick in my food that I'm using, but who knows? So.
But it's a dick in their food, Doug. What they do with they bought that jar of peanut butter. They can do whatever they want with it.
It's like when you smell your own shit, you're like, that's not too bad. You smell someone else's shit, you're like, that's gross. You go in the bathroom, you're like, God, it smells horrible in here, but you smell your own, you're like, that's not bad.
That's right. It's there, your shit, your BO. Nothing is as bad as So
Someone
maybe
else.
he's he only sticks his dick in one side of the jar, so the other side is very consumable.
Well, trust me, he's gonna get through that jar of peanut butter, just not the way that you think. You know.
Yeah.
Because also I'm like, are you still using that?
I used to use
are you
the
still
crunchy
using
kind.
that for peanut butter and jelly, or you're just gonna be like, if that's purely sex peanut butter, just leave it in your room, dude. Like
That's
just
what I'm
keep it in
saying.
there.
Yeah, if this is just for your dick, then that's just
Yeah.
leave it in there. Yeah.
Because if you're also using it to put on toast, then I think we have a separate conversation we need to have.
We
where
need
it's
to
like,
talk.
hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless his girlfriend uses it for. Obviously, she's fine with the one way of consuming it. So maybe she's using it. Maybe she's the one using it for toast. Like that's her peanut butter now.
It's somebody's, and it ain't yours.
I don't know.
You just dipped into it. So
Right.
you dipped into
I would-
Pandora's peanut butter right there.
I would argue that we might need to put the girlfriend's name on it instead of the roommate's
You know
name
what?
on it.
That's probably fair.
And then it would have raised even more questions and probably would have gotten the like if you're like, wait, why is Angie's name on this? I don't get that.
It's like, yeah, ask. I'm here. I'm
Ask,
an open
yeah.
door. Ask me.
Right.
This
I
is
literally
Angie's
just
peanut
said,
butter.
I'm
ask
gonna
me anything.
ask me anything. Yeah. That's gross. Don't like it. And I do honestly think that guy was in the wrong. So good for him for getting what he got.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I side with the roommate.
You side with the roommate. You side with the guy who put his dick in there. Is what you're saying?
Yep, I do. I empathize with him.
The rules are clear. You know.
The rules have been written.
Yeah. Don't. This is the way. You know.
Hey man, like it's a code. It's a very very it's a fine code, and if you break it, it's on you.
It's on you, bro. It's on you, man. Let us know. How would you feel if you ate some peanut butter that your roommate had put their privates into? Even though it was agreed upon that no one was supposed to eat anyone else's stuff. What would you think about that? Let us know in those comments.
This is why I feel like I would have loved to have been in like an arbitrator for like this is the kind of like bring these kind of things to me and like let's settle this. This would be I need to this is my next career path.
There's a reason why like hearing Reddit stories like always tickles Practical Doug's like belly, his big fat belly, because he's just like, yes, I want to find the ruling on this. What makes sense? I need all the information. It's just something about it is very enjoyable to me.
Right. Because you're like, he was wrong for doing it, but also weird move, dude.
Yeah, weird move. But also like he's a dude in his 20s. Can you really blame him for doing something weird? Probably not,
Probably one of the less weird things I have heard of dudes in their 20s doing. So
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, hit us up at youtube.com/mindgappodcast. Like and subscribe while you're there and leave us a comment. Let us know. Dick in the peanut butter. Is it bad? You'll never the news I'm trying to think of like a clickbait thing. Dick in the peanut butter. Is it bad? 5 reasons you're wrong. It's a listing. And the 5th one is not what you think.
Exactly. Stick around for the 5th one. It's not what you think.
It's not what you think at all.
Oh man, join our Discord, guys, because this is the kind of content you're gonna get. This is what you're guaranteed to run up against.
This is what you want. You want this.
This is what you asked for.
All right, well, let's get to the main topic of this week, which I'm super excited for. And our topic is, if superheroes had to follow real laws, who's going to jail first? Because I find this endlessly entertaining, because if you think, it's kind of like we talked about that movie John Q, right? Like John Q doing what he needs to do to save his son, to get him a heart transplant so he'll survive, but he takes a hospital hostage and, does some illegal shit. At the end of that movie, he is found guilty. It's like, all right, I'm rooting for you, but you can't do that. And it's kind of the same thing with a lot of superheroes. Like, they don't just bend the law, they obliterate it. And so if we look at this from a U.S. criminal and civil law perspective, a lot of these guys aren't going to be celebrated. They're going to be doing something pretty wrong.
Well, we've talked about this too in regards to like when the Avengers movie initially came out, and we were talking about like just the amount of damage that was done, and did they truly help, or did they fucking destroy New York City?
Well, at least in that universe, they talked about the ramifications of it.
They did.
It had ripple effects through so many different storylines, and I found that to be very interesting. Where they're like, I don't know, a lot of people were like, I don't think they helped. I mean, that's what Civil War was about, right? Because
absolutely,
In Sokovia, they dropped all that shit and killed, whatever. That dude, can't think of his name. But, they basically, created the villain in that one from doing that sort of shit. So,
Right.
stuff, that stuff has consequences. And when you think about a lot of what they're doing, you're like, oh, these are good people. You're like, yeah, but what if they weren't?
Right.
What if they weren't good people?
which is why The Boys is such a great show, because it explores that to the nth degree.
Yeah, exactly.
What if people who weren't really trained had these powers and consequences happened?
Yeah. So we're going to break this out into a couple different segments. First one being property damage. Basically, like which of these heroes are going to be doing the worst for that? And we're looking at destruction of property, civil liability, gross negligence, things of that nature.
I have my top. There is no argument. Like, it's this person changed my mind.
All right, lead us off with it. Go for it.
It's the Hulk. Hard stop. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's another superhero that has caused more property damage than the Hulk. When he jumps, when he lands, when he moves anywhere. Like most concrete cannot bear the weight of him, and so he's leaving a trail of destruction in his path.
I mean, if you look at the movie with Ed Norton, like everything that happens. I mean, it's referenced later that he's like, last time I was in New York, I broke Harlem.
Yep. That's it. 100% it.
Rampage through there in Avengers, right? He's like running through an office building, just jumping out. He's grabbing guys, smashing them in the side of buildings, backhanding them in the side of buildings.
Yes.
He's just in general. I mean, hell, Avengers 2, when he's being mind controlled or whatever from Scarlet Witch, he just rampages.
I was gonna say with the Hulkbuster.
Right.
Yeah. That scene was it was so much damage,
ripping up through everything. Like he's just he absolutely destroys stuff because that's just what he does. It's tough to argue against him because he is just a mindless monster.
Yes,
and that's what he does. So yeah, I agree. That's a top one for sure. I think another one, Thor. While he isn't as bad as Hulk, if you think about the fact that calling down lightning, thunder, that sort of stuff. He's knocking people into buildings and stuff. I mean, even if you look at what he did in the first Thor movie, he goes in Jotunheim, right? And he starts picking a fight with the frost giants. He's beating the shit out of. Now, granted, that's just like caverns and rocks and shit like that, but he's just destroying that area.
That's their infrastructure, though, man. That's their infrastructure. That's their city.
Right. Exactly. Just absolutely annihilating shit. And conveniently in a lot of ways, he's in places like, if you go to Infinity War and they're fighting outside of Wakanda, he's just like laying waste to the land around there with his lightning blast. You're like, oh, that's cool. What if that was a city, though? What if that was populated?
Right. Well, and Mjolnir just flying around. I mean, that thing is unstoppable. So anything that gets in its way is going right down.
Oh, 100%. I mean, in Thor 2 Dark World, right? At some point when he's phasing between different realms,
calling the hammer back,
and the hammer's just like whoom, whoom, like flying through shit. I mean,
exactly.
And, even at Doctor Strange mansion, right? And he just like calls for it. And you hear everything breaking in there.
That's exactly it. Yes.
And in Avengers, like a whole Cap gets shot with a laser beam, and then like he uppercuts a car as it rolls across the street to hit all the bad guys. You're like, that's cool. It's like, yeah, but he's just hitting a car, just like wham. And it looks like it's so precise. It's not. He's just hitting a car at a bunch of guys. Like, that's not good.
I in a very similar way, I feel like I got to put Iron Man on this list too.
Oh, of course. Right?
Because again, like we talk about like the takeoffs and the landings, similar thing. That's jet taking off. Like that is like I don't. Sometimes they show it, sometimes they don't. They allude to it, but it's like when he takes off, there's a divot, and when he lands, there's a divot, man. Like so, he's just that alone. But then everything else that he does, there's when he's in the midst of doing what he's doing, there's very little regard for property or anything else around him.
Yeah, not to mention like even him just hovering. I mean that's got to do some damage, right? So,
noise ordinances.
Noise. You're talking just like also just heat that he's giving off, just him hanging out there. Like, yeah, it's no good. Yeah, no good at all. I had Spider-Man on there as well because I mean he's getting webs everywhere. I know they said that they degrade over time, but I mean he's just spraying his webs all over the place, man. Like,
he is. It's his own personal. New York City is his own personal sock, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. He's just like that's gotta cause problems. I mean, he's probably
Absolutely.
like shooting stuff. It's probably on HVAC systems. You know,
Yeah, is he
Windows,
100% certain where he's attaching? No, like something's getting the fan, the motors are getting burnt out in HVAC systems on the
Right.
roofs.
Yeah, with the stuff that he's probably leaving on bridges and all sorts of shit like that. Like that's not
Right.
cool. You know,
Are you telling me there's no residue that's left behind? Now you got to get window
there's
washers
no
back
way
out
it's a
on top of
perfect
your
clean.
building.
Dude, the guys that do the window washing, their life
Come
sucks
on.
enough as it is. But now they're like, God damn it, there's footprints on here from fucking Spider-Man running up here. You know, like, this is crazy. You know?
Yep, those are size 12s. That was him. He's back
Yeah,
again.
that was, yeah, it was him. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's
the big
footprints there's footprints on the window. Well, was it Spider-Man? Who the fuck else would it be?
Thing, like, I don't know. If it was Hulk, it would have been
Footprints
broken, dude.
On
You know.
the window.
Yeah, I think the key point here is that, you know, they all have good intentions,
Right.
but that doesn't matter. The impact, literal impact of what they're doing does.
Right.
So they would absolutely be in deep shit for all this sort of stuff. So way to go, guys.
Woo.
Next up, Vigilante Justice. This is a big one.
This is the fun one. Yes.
Congratulations. That's assault. We're talking assault and battery, false imprisonment, use of excessive force. I mean, top one here is it's got to be Batman, right? It's got to be.
It's got to be either Batman or Mr. Castle, the Punisher.
Yeah,
It's got to be one of the I feel like they are equally at the top because Punisher just murders, but Batman, he tortures.
Yeah,
Batman straight up tortures
for sure. Like for pure vigilante justice, like it's hard to top the Punisher for him just straight up murdering people. Batman, yeah, like he's the thing with Batman is like the Punisher is just straight violence and murder.
Yes.
Batman's like tapping into illegal surveillance.
That's fair too. Yeah.
You know, there's like, you know, torture adjacent interrogations. You know, like if we look at like the Dark Knight, he just like grabs that. No, that's Harvey Dent grabs that guy off the street or whatever. But he's just like, oh no, yeah, he grabs. Was it? It's not Maroni. It was one of those guys. And he's just like holds him off of a building. He's like, "Where's the Joker?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "You think, hey, one professor to another, the drop ain't gonna kill me." He's like, "I know," and then drops him and he breaks his fucking legs.
breaks both his legs. Yeah, yeah.
Where is he?
Or the one guy that he catches in his loop and pulls up, and then just he's yo-yoing with him. Like what psychological trauma, dude.
Absolutely, yeah. Like. Yeah, everything he taps into just within the city and stuff like that, just to do whatever. Like, no way. Like, and again, we look at that like, well, he's a good guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
sure.
Yeah, but what if he wasn't? What if he wasn't?
But where's the line? I think
he's
that's
a breath away from being a
guy.
villain.
That's exactly it.
Which reminds me.
Oh, tell me.
Oh, Justin, I saw a trailer today for a game called PON.
PON? You sure it wasn't called Pawn?
It's PON. It's P.O.N. This is a found footage co-op horror game. And essentially you are playing as criminals and you're in a place trying to complete a job, and Batman is like, it's from the perspective of the criminals, and Batman is like this scary person that's trying to grab you while you're trying to do
I saw someone on Instagram playing this. It looks terrifying. Because you'll walk in and it's like pitch black, or you walk into a room, all of a sudden the lights go out, and then you hear something, and you've got I gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching a trailer, and this guy, like, they peek around the corner, and they see Batman come down from the raft, from like the vent, and they go, oh my God. And then he breaks through the wall and grabs the guy and pulls him.
Oh, this is another one where I wish to God I could play this fucking game.
Well, I'm also like, how creative, right? Because there's a lot of games like this that are out there where it's like, oh, there's something that's hunting you or whatever. Like, what a great idea.
Yes.
Like, okay, you're the criminal, and the terrifying thing is Batman.
Which
this is what it's like to be a criminal in Gotham City. So
but
good.
It's what you always talk about, is that like or you always hear like the opening of that one graphic novel. It's just the criminals sitting around talking about how they just do not want to. Don't get caught by him, because he'll make your life like he is.
He'll make you hurt.
He's the worst. He'll make you hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's obviously bad.
Amazing.
Punisher also extremely bad because he's just carrying out his own just executions. Yeah, and listen, he's killing bad people, but he doesn't have the right to do that, you know? So it's one of those things where you just can't go out and execute people.
And again, he's killing bad people. He's killing bad people, yes, but he's doing it again. It is all on his terms. So it's based on his moral code, which is thankfully is unflappable, but he's one breath away from turning over to the other side.
Exactly. Just takes one thing for him to maybe be like, one slip, and then he's in a really dangerous path, and that's no good. So, what else you got?
Well, I'm going to say in a lesser version of Batman, but Daredevil is right up there 100%. With it. Up there with it. It's the same idea. Again, it's all based on his form of justice or his moral code. I don't think he goes as hard as Batman does in the paint, but
pretty hard.
He hits pretty hard. I think Daredevil's a little less psychological, and he's just a little bit more. He'll come in, he'll beat wholesale ass, and then he's done with you. But like Batman will toy with you. Batman is like a dog with a plaything.
Yeah, he uses all that theatricality and things like that, and but Daredevil's definitely like he will beat the living shit out of you, but he won't kill you. But he will beat the piss out of you to get what he wants. And there's that particular scene in the first season where he tells Claire like where to cut. There's a nerve above this guy's eye, like, above the bone. He's like, if you cut in there, we'll get the truth out of this guy. And they're willing to do it. I'm just like, he throws the guy off a roof into a garbage bin. She's like, did you kill me? He like stops. And he's like, no, his heart's still beating.
Awesome scene, by the way. Awesome scene.
You're like, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, he doesn't mess around. Yeah, he's just pure Catholic guilt and rage, so, which is super impressive.
Which sometimes that's all you need, man.
Yeah. Also, Green Arrow, I'd put him in there too. He's got a lot of deadly weapons, a lot of deadly arrows, and same thing. He's just going after people. He's got a lot of money.
There's a lot of similarities between the 3 or 4 people we've mentioned in this category. Yeah. I feel like they all kind of come from the same superhero ilk.
Right. They essentially, they have their morals, their codes, and they have access to weapons.
Yeah. Exactly. And none of them have like overt superpowers per se, outside of just being like hyper aware, hyper skilled.
Yes, very true. And I think kind of like the thing here is that you don't get to skip Miranda rights because you're dramatic. Like that doesn't allow you to just be like, nah, man. And listen, I get it. In a city of Gotham that's corrupt as hell and no one's doing what they need to, and crimes, whatever, you gotta take the law in your own hands in some degree. I get it, right? I mean, hell, Daredevil, he's a lawyer, and he's in the court and he sees the corruption of the system. He's like, well, there's gonna be justice one way or the other, but it's also like, we just like you because you're on our side or we're on your side. But what if you weren't?
Right. Exactly. Again, what if if you wake up and you had one bad day?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, man. All right, let's move on to our next segment here. Secret identities are not a legal defense. So we're talking about obstruction of justice, failure to identify authorities, fraud by omission. And I think one of the big ones on here is definitely Iron Man. I know we talked about him before, but that guy has unregistered weapons. Like he has a system, which when you watch Iron Man 2, you're like, yeah, he's the good guy. Like we shouldn't give that over to the government. I wouldn't want to give that over to the government either, but I'm also like, this is just a dude that we are like, well, he's a good guy and he's built himself a suit of armor that's also a weapon of mass destruction, and we're like, yeah, he should have all that stuff. That makes sense.
Well, in Iron Man 1, where he just goes over and takes those hostages, again, did the right thing, but you unilaterally just kind of made a decision in a foreign country, completely bypassing any government oversight. Like what? You can't just kind of go doing that.
And listen,
as much as we'd like to.
Sure, that was pretty cut and dry in a sense of morality and things like that.
Yes.
Very few things are that clean cut and dry for him to be
Right.
like, don't worry, guys, I'm going to take care of this. It's like, don't. No. You are a rich guy. And again, in
Right.
this universe, he's a rich, good guy. But
Yes.
how many rich, good guys do you know in real life? Not many.
I would venture to say almost none.
Yeah. So imagine Elon Musk with his technology. He's like, don't worry,
Christ
guys. I'm
almighty.
going to go take care of everything that's going on in Iran. I got this. It's like, oh, fuck.
Right.
Don't worry.
No,
I'm using
please don't.
Starlink. I'm using Starlink. It'll be great. Grok.
Powered by Grok. I was just gonna say.
Grok. Set a trajectory. Yes. Mecha Hitler will go online, as he goes into combat mode.
There's just a fanfare that's playing from somewhere.
Yeah, it's just awful. Just like just 1930s like marching music starts playing.
Exactly.
As opposed to Black Sabbath.
And the only way that he can march is as a goose step.
Exactly.
Exactly. He didn't build in hinges to the knee, so that's the only way he can move.
Yeah. And the best part too is like he's like, turn on autopilot, and it doesn't work because he has yet to get any sort of autopilot to work on any of the things he's ever created. So
He immediately has a crash. Yeah.
he just runs into a mountain.
He just stands in front of a Waymo and they beep at each other.
Yeah, it's like, so next up, Ant-Man. That guy, especially Scott Lang in particular,
Thief.
breaking and
just
entering.
a straight up thief. Yeah.
Yeah, just surveillance violations that no one can prove yet necessarily. And again, just take a moment and be like, what if Scott wasn't a good guy who just loved his daughter and wanted to do all that stuff?
You
Imagine
can apply that for all of these, right?
90% of the dudes that have access are like, so I could just go, miniature, right? I can. Just
We know
jump on
right where
people's
that's
butts,
going to go.
Yep.
We know right where that's going. We know right where every.
Yeah.
If you had the ability, it's the Jeff Goldblum. Just because you can, should you? You got to ask the question.
Well, it was like that scene in The Boys, right, where the guy went microscopic and went. Into
Oh,
a dude's
God.
Dick,
Yep.
Yeah.
It's where a
It's
jar
just
of peanut butter could have solved that problem right there.
right, and then what was it? He sneezed, and then
Yep. And that was it. And then good night, nurse.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, where'd he go?" They're like, "Oh my God, he's gonna try and crawl up my ass. He's gonna try and crawl up my ass." And everyone's like trying to cover their butts.
Well, I mean, it's the whole thing that everyone said that Ant-Man
Right.
should just destroy Thanos that way.
Yeah, because he could have got up his ass and killed him.
Yeah.
So which was hilarious. So,
But then
yeah.
actual people were doing physics online talking about the tensile strength of the rectum of Thanos.
because
and
that
it would
is
not have worked.
canon. It's
Yep.
canon. We know how strong that guy does Kegels. He's good.
Oh, yeah. His-
He holds out his glove. He turns on the power gem. He's like, "Not today, man. No."
all he needs is just one finger up the ass, and he can.
He
man,
bends.
you
He
don't wanna
bends
mess with that.
reality so that his asshole just gets infinite, so it can never be exploded.
His asshole becomes a black hole.
It's just like, ha 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 ha.
This is your entrance to the quantum realm.
Dig deep into this, Ant-Man. Your ants won't save you in here, buddy. What do you got for this one?
This one, I don't know. Well, here's the thing. Initially, when I read this one, I was thinking secret identities who you don't know. So you could pull back any of the aforementioned ones too, if you're actually talking about secret identity. But the Iron Man with the registered weapons, the Ant-Mans of it all, anyone who like time manipulation. So like anyone with the Infinity Stones or the Flash or anyone who can manipulate time. Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Even though his identity is not secret, but if we're expanding this now into more, unregistered things, or like he's got the ability to pull energy from dark realms.
He can literally wipe people's minds, memories.
I know he can do the Men in Black thing without the little device.
It does require more, it's challenging. It requires spell components, but he can still do it, and he has done it multiple times.
Yeah.
So there's
But
that.
anyone that can stick you in a time loop or manipulate time or things like that, like again, that's just one of those things where, and then there's nothing you can do about that, so you are screwed.
Yeah, that one's kind of wild. Yeah, the Flash in particular, right? Like time manipulation, and it's like evidence tampering.
Oh God, yeah, right. Like there's All of a sudden, you just see a little power surge and everything's changed.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Because that's another thing too, right? Just like the ability to go so fast to stop things from happening or to make things happen. That could be.
Yeah.
This gets darker. I suppose it's probably just because I'm so cynical and jaded from everything that's going on in our world right now that I'm just like, yeah, I don't believe any of these people are real. And it's like, well, no shit, because guys are gods of thunder and there's big green monsters. I'm like, no, it's the billionaires. Like, I don't believe for a second that any of them are good. Not in a million years would I believe that these guys would do anything right to help humanity. That is the biggest fantasy of all.
Right. Take away the big green monster, the monster aspect of it all. You just put a power like this, like an Ant-Man power or a Doctor Strange power, into the hands of a regular person. Like, they don't have to become a big green monster. I don't trust not only the rich people. I don't trust most people anymore. I feel like people.
Let me tell you a story I heard about.
Here we go.
That's very simple. Like, okay, so this is the simplest of powers. All right, this guy, lived in an apartment building, thin walls, and he had an asshole neighbor who was just always blasting music and everything like that on the regular. Didn't clean up his dog's shit and stuff like that. Just a general nuisance and whatever. Sure. Well, one day, this guy has a Samsung phone. He sees a notification pop up on his phone. It's like, connect to the TV. He's like, what's this? And because his neighbor bought a Samsung TV, well, what it started with was one day he needed to use the Wi-Fi, and he saw his neighbor's Wi-Fi. He goes, I don't know, let me see if I can get in this. And he just typed in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it worked. And he got on this guy's Wi-Fi. And because he did that, his phone was connected. And whenever a Samsung phone and Samsung TV are on the same Wi-Fi network, you can then control it like your own TV controller. So he noticed that one day, and this guy was blasting his music, and he saw a pause button. And he just went boop and paused it, and then he heard the music stop. And he's like, interesting. And then started playing again. And then he goes, boop, and paused it. And he hears his neighbor go, what the fuck? Like, so what this guy did for 6 months was completely fuck up his world whenever he was like playing stuff. He would change. He would skip stuff. He would move it. Constantly was doing stuff all the time, messing with the guy's playlist. He'd be listening to all sorts of stuff on there, and this guy was fucking with him on the regular multiple times a week. So this guy sold his TV to get a new one because he was on customer service calls, like just saying like there's something wrong with the TV.
And what is the customer service person going to do? Go, hey, you might want to check your neighbors and see if they have a Samsung phone that accidentally connected.
He's probably like, this is a haunted TV.
That's
it. Just pauses. And after 6 months, this guy like sold his TV and got a new one. And this guy's like, I kind of feel bad because I did this. But he readily admitted, he goes, I had this power and I abused it. And it's the simplest of powers. Being able to get on someone's Wi-Fi and have access to their television and being like, I'm going to fuck with this guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So no,
well, here's that. The thing. Did he
let alone giving someone an Infinity Stone,
Right. But let me ask this. Did he only fuck with them when he was blaring the music? Or was it just throughout the day?
I think it was whenever he was playing something on his TV that was obnoxious, he started messing with him.
So I would say that if that person is, I guess you could go over, like rap on the door and be like, hey man, way too loud. Can you turn it down? If that doesn't work, then I would say it's open season. Then I don't actually feel bad at all for the guy.
Yeah. But
because
again,
he's disrupting you. So there's, I would say turnabout fair play.
I think most of us, and we've talked about this before, most of us would crumble under the weight of an immense power. And we see it all the time.
Yes, without
people
a doubt.
Who get to be dungeon masters in D&D games, and they abuse their power.
God,
people
absolutely.
Who become managers in corporate America.
Who fail upward
and abuse their power. Like, it's a situation where, constantly thinking about, if the One Ring existed, I'd be like, I don't want it.
No, don't. I don't want it. I'd be like Gandalf. Don't get that away from me. I'm not going to touch it.
I don't need it. I don't want to touch this thing. And you give that anyone a modicum of power without the respect and training and understanding of what they're having. I mean, you see when people win the fucking lottery, all their discipline goes out the goddamn window.
Except they all think, oh, I'm going to do this, and this, and then spending spree, and they end up with no fucking money.
Like, I bought the truck that has a jacuzzi in the back. Woo! Let's go. It's
cool.
Like, okay. Also got hydraulics. Okay.
Yeah, you live in Minnesota, man.
All right.
Cool.
Dude, way to go. All right, let's move on to our next segment here, which is accidental war crimes and federal crimes. So these are violations of federal law, international law breaches, and, of course, acts of war
Whoopsie.
without authorization, you know?
Yeah.
Again, I think these first couple are genuinely the goodest guys, right? They're the goodest boys. But, again, Captain America, all right?
Mm-hmm.
That guy just does foreign operations in other countries without clearance, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We saw it in, Civil War. They're in Laos or wherever they are, and, they're fighting, doing the right thing, right? Guys are trying to steal,
Right.
Crossbones is trying to steal some, bio weapon, and they stop him, but in the process, they cause catastrophic damage to a building and they kill innocent people. It's like, who's going to be held responsible for that? He's like, is Steve Rogers acting on behalf of the U.S. government?
Right.
Or is he?
Is that a declaration of war? Is that right?
It's complicated. He's doing the right thing, and we believe in him because he's a lawful good guy. But what if he wasn't?
Exactly. What if he wasn't? I think the next one is probably even topping Captain America. This is the one that the first person that everyone goes to in this argument is Superman.
Yeah.
This is the end all be all. They did it in the Man of Steel. They've done it before in multiple iterations.
They did it in the most recent Superman movie.
Exactly. In comic books and whatever. So this is not an unexplored topic with him. But man, is he one of the most perfect specimens to look at in this instance. Is he goes where he wants, when he wants, and literally no one can stop him. Like, at least with Steve Rogers, there's like a bullet could stop Steve Rogers. Nothing can stop Superman. I mean, of course, kryptonite, but like, by and large, nothing can stop Superman.
Being not from this world,
right?
Who, if he wanted to, could rule the world like an emperor.
100%.
Chooses not to, but again, we're left up to his morality, which also I find laughable. It's like, well, he was raised in Kansas. I'm like, so somehow he's not racist? Like, I don't. He can read. It's. I'm sure he's real cool about the gay people after being raised in Kansas, of all places. But like, we're relying on him being a good guy to not enslave the world. Which there's a reason why, like Lex Luthor's like, I don't trust this being from another planet, because what if they have a bad, right? And they just decide now they're going to, because that would be tough. That would be tough to have all that power and to watch people just fumble around and fuck everything up and just be like, you know what? Everyone sit down. Sit down.
Right.
I'm going to take care of this. All right. You fucking idiots,
Well, in the end of the Man of Steel, when the drone comes crashing down and he's like, stop following me. It's like, no, we're going to, like, you can't just do that. You can't just do that.
Better stop following me.
No, that's not at all how that works. Don't stop breaking our shit.
Right. And in like the newest Superman, movie, like, he's going and he's like, I stopped this country is bullying this other country and I stopped them. It's like, well, how did you do that? Well, I threatened the leader that if he doesn't do this, then we're going to have a real problem. It's like, on whose authority are you allowed to threaten another world leader? Yeah, he's a bad guy. Right. But what gives you the right to determine what happens?
You're not NATO. You're not the international courts. You're not, like, this is not your jurisdiction whatsoever. You're a private citizen for really all that, everything's said and done. You're just a private citizen that has powers. You have no authority.
You are designed for me to agree with you because you're doing the quote unquote right thing, but that's to trust any sort of being with, like, I think they're going to make the right decision every single time. It's like,
I think for me, the most recent Superman movie is at least from what I have consumed media wise, it has been the best send up of that, or the best take on of that. Like I thought it was very, very well done, applicable to present day, and I was like, this is a great case study on that argument.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is fascinating because it's like, because there's I think what they call it, Red Superman, where he was it's an alternate universe where he lands in the Soviet Union. And he's raised differently, and like what's the timeline like when he is over there? It's fascinating,
right?
The different life and how he approaches. Nice.
Well, also you say that, but also who wrote that story?
of course.
Do you know what I mean? So it's also
Putin. Putin wrote it.
He wrote. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. Praise be.
He's like Putin wrote it. He's like he would take over the world, and he does.
Yeah. This red Superman,
super
very
strong,
good, very good guy.
Yes, he wrestled bear, no problem. I respect him.
Super comrade.
Yeah. We could throw Scarlet Witch in there too.
For sure.
Like I mean, she enslaved an entire town.
Yeah, one of those, that old chestnut.
That old thing.
Yeah.
Just very powerful lady. Has a lot of powers. She's able to manipulate all sorts of shit. So yeah, no, but and I love this note too. At a certain scale, you stop being a hero and start being a geopolitical incident, and that is absolutely
poetically said.
So true. So I threw this over to our Discord, which is also on our YouTube. So youtube.com/mindgap podcast. You can see our posts over there. Also, check the link in the description to our Discord. I threw this over to our PPs. I said, if superheroes had to follow real U.S. laws, who's getting arrested first? And then we had a lot of responses. I had Batman, the Punisher, Hulk, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, Deadpool, Superman, or someone else. Tell us which. And I said, let us know. Starts with Noah. He says, it's got to go to Punisher. All things considered, he's just a dude with guns. Pretty much every other soup listed operates under the "you're lucky I'm a good guy" because if you wanted to stop me, well, LOL philosophy. I wanted to say Spidey at first because I think he respected law enforcement enough to where if someone said hands behind your head, you're under arrest, he'd comply. But we've literally seen him not do that before, so I think the same generally goes for everyone else on that list. Ultimately, Batman is the least likely to find himself incarcerated due to the implication, which I thought was a really good point. Slotty says, yeah, Punisher is the guy here simply because he's the most arrestable. He does the most murders. The latest Daredevil already explored his feelings on the cops that take up his skull symbols, so he'd like to initiate the counter these days. That being said, Matt Murdock is pretty arrestable compared to the others on this list, though. Could they get the conviction? That'd be trickier. Emilio says, part of me wants to say Hispanic/Latino superhero who doesn't wear a mask simply because of their current administration. Hell, even Luke Cage and Shang-Chi would probably be targeted first. So true.
Well, great point. Great point.
And Saudi added, Echo and White Tiger would be targeted right out of the gate. Tint says Deadpool for sure. And then Jared said, I thought the Punisher is following U.S. laws. Cheeky fuck.
I love you.
Yes.
Love you, Jared.
So overall, in the polls, the Punisher won in those
exactly.
Polls, which it's hard to argue. Just all those things considered, he would be the easy to be like, yeah, fucking arrest that guy.
Yeah. Well, look, he's the only his body count, his purposeful body count is probably higher than anyone else's.
Right. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely it's definitely that. But let us know what you think. Which superhero would be getting arrested first in all this sort of stuff and why? We'd love to hear about it. Leave us a comment, have those comments and hit us up on Discord. We'd love to hear all about it. But now it's time to turn to something else entirely, and is our game for the week.
Yes.
And once again, I have some audio clips from movies, random scenes, random clips that I found, and I'm like, these are fun in my brain, and I'm like, Justin, can you name these movies? So we're gonna get after it. I don't know if you've seen two of these.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if you've seen any of these. I should know by now if you have or not, but I don't know. So we'll see how this goes. But
what I like about this game is that we're this many years into our friendship, we're still learning about each other.
We are. And I'm still pulling audio clips after all this time. So here we go. All right. Here's our first one, and we're off.
I thought you were good, Paul. But you're not good. You're just another lying old dirty birdie. And I don't think I'd better be around you for a while.
And don't even think about anybody coming for you. Not the doctors, not your agent, not your family. Because I never called them. Nobody knows you're here.
I'm gonna come.
Part of the movie.
Okay. I don't. out of context, this may be a really good movie. It may be a really good performance. Out of context, that's a horrible monologue.
That's great. It's great if you know the movie.
I'm sure it is. You're a bad birdie, and I don't want to be
dirty
around
birdie.
you. You're a dirty birdie, and I don't want to be around you. Not your agent, not your so-and-so, not your so-and-so.
Gave you a lot of context clues there's, man. Got you lots of theirs, man.
I mean, the music, his name's Paul.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an agent.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dirty birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Is this from the 80s or 90s?
It is. I'm trying to find the date on it, actually. It's from the year 1990.
Okay. Oh, man.
It definitely, the music definitely lets you know, and the audio was like, this is.
I was like, there's a date on this one. God darn. Give it to me one more time, and if I don't get it, then I'm going to give up.
All right, here we go. Another 30 seconds.
I thought you were good, Paul. But you're not good. You're just another lying old dirty birdie. And I don't think I'd better be around you for a while.
And don't even think about anybody coming for you. Not the doctors, not your agent, not your family.
Oh, I know who this
because
is.
You got it?
Yeah, it's Misery.
It is Misery. Good job.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yes. Kathy Bates and James Caan.
James Caan.
No,
directed by Rob Reiner, the late Rob
That's
Reiner.
Right.
Based on a novel by Stephen King. Yeah.
That's right. Man, good pull. I don't know where it was that it clicked, but I finally heard Kathy Bates' voice.
Yeah. So with that perspective, that monologue, way better.
Oh, amazing.
Right?
Amazing.
Because she's terrifying, as she said.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Again, out of context, it sounds like with the
yeah.
It's
sounds
amazing,
like a shitty movie.
how context can actually help inform how something reads, because it does. It sounds like a shitty wait, what is this? And this the again, out of context, that dirty birdie, you're like, what a weird line, but in context, you're like, oh yeah, she's unhinged, and that works. So
yeah, it's absolutely it's a terrifying scene because she finally reveals herself to be who she is to James Caan's character, and you're like, oh, he's all alone in this cabin with this lady, and he's it's not, this lady's crazy.
She's crazy.
She's crazy. All right, excellent job. Okay, here we go. Here's your next one.
You ever so much as talk to Shelley again, you even think her name, and I'll cut you in ways that'll make you useless to a woman.
You're making a big mistake, man. A big mistake.
Yeah? You already made a big mistake yourself. You didn't flush.
Watching your visceral reaction, you're like, whoa.
No. Well, it came in so loud at first. That's why I actually dropped what was in my hand. It shocked me.
But also, towards the end, you're like, uh-oh.
I was like, oh, you didn't flush. What's happening? I was like, is he talking to a turd?
He's talking shit to some shit,
Man, this is a real... It's a real David Lynch film over here.
It is.
Was this? This wasn't Sin City, was it?
It is Sin City. Nice.
2 for 2.
That's right.
Woo!
That is Benicio del Toro. And the other guy. Clive Owen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought I caught Benicio's. Okay.
Yeah. That's the beginning of Clive Owen's character's little vignette. And Benicio del Toro's like not a good guy, and he busts into his ex-girlfriend's place, and he's pissing in the toilet. He's like, hey, you need to call some girls. We're going to party. And then Clive Owen's in there, and he just steps out from behind the shower curtain with a razor. And he's like, I'm Shelley's new boyfriend, and I'm out of my mind. And he just starts telling, threatening this kid. And he shoves his head in the toilet until he almost drowns him in there.
Yeah, dude.
Classic. Great family movie. One of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. 2 for 2. Here's your final one. Let's see
if we can make it a hat trick.
one. Here we go.
Arch!
wife's home.
And your house is on fire.
My wife is home!
What the fuck? What an unhinged movie is this? What? Okay. Give it to me one more time. Of course. This is madcap. What is
There's
this?
a lot happening. There's a lot happening.
There's a lot happening here.
Art!
Your wife's home.
And your house is on fire.
My wife is home!
I'm going to go out on a limb. Is this Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
It is not Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's a good guess.
Man. It feels animated. Is there animation involved in this?
It's not animated. It's not animated. No, it definitely the music at the end of bow wow ding, bow wow ding. It definitely gives you like if you're
and
like
just the
this is a Looney
delivery
Tunes.
feels very over the toppy. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Okay.
I don't know if you've seen this film. I have no idea if you
Art,
have.
your house is on fire.
My favorite part about this line is you
Yeah.
hear a couple of very important things. One, Art, your wife is home, and your house is on fire. And the thing the guy is concerned about is that his wife is home. Not that his house is on fire, but he's like, my wife is home.
And then do you hear her in the background going, Art?
She's, Art, where are you? Because she's in the house and it's on fire. And he's like, my wife is home.
Oh, man, this one's going to be tough. I might need a hint on this one.
Cool. All right. So this movie came out in 1989. Can you believe it?
I can.
All right. It was directed by Joe Dante.
Okay.
All right. And we'll go through. I'm trying to think of who's notable on here. All right.
I like how this audio clip naming game eventually turns into our other how many movie stars can you name? It moves into the other game. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you, you'll get this in 5 for sure. So here we go. We got Rick Ducommun. Yeah?
Yep.
Ducommun? Yeah?
Yep. I'm going to come in.
We got Bruce Dern.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
89.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corey Feldman.
Ooh. Okay. Corey Feldman.
All right.
I can't. Okay.
Carrie Fisher. Uh-oh.
1989?
1989.
Carrie Fisher.
1989.
89?
1989.
89? So I married it. No, not So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice.
All right, last one.
All right.
Tom Hanks.
Oh, is it The Burbs?
It's The Burbs.
Oh,
the movie I recommended
man.
from last week.
Yes, it was. Now I can hear it. Play it again. I think
Here
I
we
can hear
go.
Hanks' voice now. Yep.
Well, Hanks isn't in this clip, so.
No?
Nope.
Art!
Your wife's home.
And your house is on fire.
My wife is home!
My wife is home is not Hanks?
No, that's Rick Ducommun.
Oh, wow. Okay. Honestly, it sounds like Hanks to me. Rick?
You've seen him. He's been in like a lot of like 80s and 90s movies.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
He looks like Tim Heidecker almost.
He kind of does, yeah, for sure.
I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was classic in a lot of those movies.
Whew.
But yeah, he plays a character named Art, who's like a real just piece of work. Who's just I wouldn't say he's a dick, but he stirs up shit. And the whole movie takes place like his wife's out of town, so he's just like bugging Tom Hanks' character like for shit and whatever. And so at the very end of the movie, you know, his house is on fire and his wife's home, and he's pissed because his wife finally is back home after this like whole week or whatever, and he's like, oh no, my wife's home. Which is hilarious.
Amazing.
So it's classic.
All right.
Classic art.
I still got to see that
Justin.
one. Put that. Thank you. That was,
I honestly,
those are 3.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, those are three polls that I would not have expected from you.
That's why they're great. That's why I'm good at what I do, Justin. Random things that pop in my brain. I'm like, yep, these are the things I think about.
I love this. I love this
you.
for you.
Awesome work. Justin, what do you got to recommend, bud?
So I've got an ever-growing list of movies that I want to recommend, but this week I'm going to recommend one that I just recently saw. I watched it twice. I watched it once once at night, and then the next day I told Beth you need to watch it. We watched it again, called Blue Moon. It's on Netflix. It's Ethan Hawke, Andrew Scott, or Adam Scott. No, not Andrew Scott. Sorry, I always mess that up. It's the one about.
Andrew Scott's awesome.
Andrew Scott is one of my favorite actors of all time. It's Rodgers and Hart were the songwriting duo before Rodgers dropped Hart and went with Hammerstein. And it's about Larry Hart sitting in a bar on the opening night of Oklahoma, which is the Roger and Hammerstein's debut thing. And it's him basically lamenting his partnership being done and what's he going to do with his life now. It is... So the first 40 minutes or so takes place mainly three characters talking in one room of a bar. And it is a masterclass in writing, acting, and directing. It's Bobby Cannavale as the bartender, Ethan Hawke as Larry Hart, and then some other kid playing the piano. And the three of them, just the way that the scene is constructed. And the movie is only an hour and 40 minutes, so it's the perfect. It's the perfect amount of time. Margaret Qualley is the love interest. It's an amazing cast, an incredible script. The acting is out of sight. I really hope Ethan Hawke wins something for this because, my God, my God, what a good movie! And I watched it 2 times in a row. That's how good it was. So I cannot recommend. Yeah,
it's a big deal to be able to do that.
Cannot recommend this movie enough. And also, when you watch this, you will know everyone has met someone like this main character, like who Ethan Hawke plays. It is as soon as we were 10 minutes into it, we paused it, and Beth and I were like, I was like, so and so, and she's like, oh, absolutely. And you've met this person before, so it takes a little time to get used to his character, but also it's beautiful and it's also heartbreaking. So. Watch Blue Moon. It's on Netflix right now.
Nice.
Cannot recommend it hard enough. Doug, what do you got?
Very cool. I don't really have anything specific to recommend this week. I've just been listening to a lot of podcasts. I haven't really been watching anything. I've just been kind of like existing. So I would say, I don't know, I've gotten some new board games. I got some board games for my birthday. As I spend more time with them, I'll probably have some to recommend for that. But yeah, nothing particular at the moment. But I love you
it.
all. The recommendation is love for you all.
I like this. Need more.
Well, thank you all for hanging out with us for another episode. We appreciate it. If you could do us a solid, head over to youtube.com/mindgappodcast. Hit the like and subscribe button. Leave us a comment about anything we've chatted about on the episode this time. We'd appreciate it. Check the link in the description for links to our Discord, links to our Patreon, and links to our merch at Redbubble. And be sure to check out Justin online as well.
On Instagram, at Justin_Michael, spelled Mikel. It's the fun way of spelling it. While you're in the online realm, anywhere where you can find audio podcasts, you can find us. Do all the things we always ask: like, subscribe, share, rate, review, listen, download us and listen. But the other big one is sharing. Let people know that we exist. It goes a very long way, and we thank you ahead of time for it. Also, TuiStaith.com, TuiStaith on all social media, loveandimprovfilm.com, loveandimprovfilm on Instagram. And I will be plugging a bunch more movies in the coming year or so. Some stuff that I worked on last year is going to start coming out, so get ready for some plugs. I'm very excited.
Let's go. Awesome. Well, with that, I'll say, Justin, thank you.
Douglas, thank you.
Listeners, viewers, thank you. And you all have a dandy fucking week.
Mind Gap Podcast.